Good morning, everyone. It's Mark Weens with migrationology.com and eatingthaifood.com in Bangkok, Thailand. It is about 8 a.m. right now, and we are walking towards the Grand Palace, which is one of the most famous and most important landmarks and attractions in all of Thailand. We are hoping to go there right as they open, so it's not too busy. That's what I'm hoping. And then for the rest of the day, we're gonna do a lot of sightseeing, and I'm not sure what else, but that's the plan. I was hoping to come here right at 8:30 a.m. to beat the crowds, but that is definitely not the case. There are tons and tons of people here already. So you just kind of walk all the way to the back, and that's where they have the entrance, the ticket entrance where you pay. It is 500 baht for entrance, and I think when I came here once about 6 or 7 years ago. I think it was only like 250 baht, so the rate is now 500 baht, which is a little bit steep, but this is one of the most famous and most sacred places in all of Thailand. Behind me is Wat Phra Kaew, which is the most sacred and the most famous temple in all of Thailand, and you can just see all of that gold shining in the sunlight behind me. Along with just walking around the temple and seeing the golden stupas and all the extremely ornate decoration around the temple, probably one of my favorite parts of visiting the temple is walking around and seeing the painted murals, which tells the Thai story of Ramakien, which is the Thai epic, which comes from the Indian Ramayana. And so, yeah, you can just walk around. These paintings are very impressive, and lots of detail and even lots of gold within the murals as well. Okay, I just took off my shoes and I am about to enter the main hall of Wat Phra Kaew, and it is packed. But unfortunately they don't allow any photos inside. So I will turn off the camera right now. This entire area is called the Grand Palace Complex or Compound, and in Thai it's called Parachawang. And so we just finished walking around Wat Phra Kaew, which is the main temple in the complex, and we exited, but there are a lot of buildings on this compound, including a lot of royal throne halls. We are just getting lucky because they happen to have a changing of the guard ceremony right as we just walked out here. Here they come right behind me. Just came out of the Grand Palace, lots and lots of tourists, but at the same time it's one of the most important places in Bangkok as well, so it's well worth a visit, I think, at least once in your lifetime. Just a couple of quick tips. Number one is the dress code, so they are very strict with the dress code, and you need to be either wearing long pants or a long skirt, and also have full sleeves, not like a tank top. And then number two is that because of all the tourists in this area, this whole area kind of has a reputation for scams, especially with tuk-tuks. So there is a common scam if you are kind of walking up to the entrance of the Grand Palace and a tuk-tuk driver approaches you, telling you that the Grand Palace is closed, and then from there he may proceed to try to take you somewhere and then gain a commission, or just tell you it's closed so he can take you somewhere. But to avoid that scam, number one, just know that the Grand Palace is open every single day from 8:30 a.m. to I think 3:30 p.m. And another thing is to just walk all the way up to the front of the Grand Palace and see for yourself. And this goes for every attraction, every major attraction in Bangkok. And then also, as for taxis, this is probably not the best area to catch a taxi in Bangkok because they will often try to ask for set fees, a set price without using the meter. So the best thing to do is actually just walk a little ways in either direction, or just kind of get out of this area before you catch a taxi. And that is my tip for Grand Palace. Ying and I are both getting really hungry, and so we are walking towards Tha Phrachan, which is along the river, and there are some restaurants there that we are gonna have some food at. Okay, so we just walked through the Tha Phrachan market and through the amulet market, and then we got to this restaurant which is called Ran Loong Lui. And this is a restaurant that actually Ying and I used to come to eat here all the time because Ying used to go to the university, which is right just a 5-minute walk from here, called Thammasat University. And so I always used to meet her here, but this is a nice, well, not extremely nice, but it has a river view and great atmosphere. Still a local restaurant, the boats go past, and there is a bunch of trash in the river, but still really nice environment, and the food, if I remember, is very good. I just ordered the Thai classic, just kapao kai kai dao. So it is chicken stir-fried with basil, a fried egg, and a nice bowl formation of rice. This definitely needs some seasoning. This is the common seasoning at all types of restaurants like this in Thailand, called prik nam pla, which is just fish sauce and chilies, and then just kind of generously pour it onto my food. Oh yes, and just a little bit of fish sauce to give it a little bit more like salty flavoring. All right. The chicken, the basil has that nice peppery flavor to it, and then those chilies, the egg is nice and crispy on the edges, and then yeah, those chilies have a nice crunch. They're a little bit spicy, and then just that kind of harsh saltiness from the fish sauce. I also ordered papaya, which is fish stir-fried with the finger root, which is similar to ginger. There's basil in here, there are baby corns, there are green peppercorns in here, there are Thai pea eggplants. That could use a little more chilies. This is a catfish, a crispy catfish salad. And what they do is they kind of like mince up the catfish and then deep fry it in hot oil. And then it's always served with a, oh, and I gotta love, there's some random peanuts on top and just a random fried chili on the top there. But then you're supposed to just dump on. This is a green mango and onion and chili dressing. So you just kind of pour this on, and oh, that came out just in the bowl shape. So I'll kind of spread this out, and what you can do is you can just kind of, yeah, just take a piece, and it's extremely fluffy. Oh, I got to get that onion in this bite. Oh, and where'd my chili go? Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, that's a big bite. That is a big bite, but as soon as you start chewing, the fluffy catfish just immediately kind of condenses and collapses in your mouth. We just finished with that meal. Food was typical, nothing too special, but it was all right. And Ying and I were both really hungry, and they do have a big extensive selection on the menu. And if you come here at lunch, it will be just packed. We're here pretty early, so that's why it is not that busy. We're just gonna walk around now this little market area and go from here. Right on the corner of Thammasat University and Thanon Maharat is a really famous place that makes toast. And it's just straight up toast. But Ying always loves it, and every time she comes in this neighborhood, she always has to order a couple bags. It's kind of a toasty snack. Sometimes there's a really, really long queue to order it. And this one is with garlic. And I think it is, it's just straight up little cracker toast with butter on it. And then this one is the garlic version. It's a little bit dry. It's a little bit sweet as well, and then it's like sweet garlic bread, but like crispy and dry. I just stopped for a quick cup of coffee, and in Thai this is called oliang, and I got it with no sugar, so it's just like old style Thai black coffee on ice. Oh, It's not too strong, sort of has a burnt flavor to it. Not the best quality of coffee, that is for sure, but it is definitely refreshing, especially on ice. Okay, we are walking now towards Wat Pho, which is another very famous temple in this area, and very famous for the Reclining Buddha. So it is just a short walk in this direction, and that is the next place we're visiting today. Ticket for Wat Pho is 100 baht, and again, Ying is free since she is Thai, so that is good for me and for her. Okay, Ying just bought my ticket. Oh, that's your ticket for free? Oh, that's the free water. Okay, เข้าใจ เข้าใจครับ
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. สวัสดีครับ We are into Wat Pho, and I think the first thing I'm gonna do is go straight to the free water station. They even have the label which has Wat Pho all over it. This temple is only about a 5-minute walk from Wat Phra Kaew, but I think it's quite a bit more relaxed, not quite as busy. You have a little more breathing space. This is one of the main royal temples in Thailand, and also it's famous because it's the original birthplace of traditional Thai massage. So I'm gonna enter the main hall, and again, you gotta take off your shoes, and now gonna enter here. And this is the first view all the way from the side. Jumped onto the Chao Phraya River boat, express boat, and we're just gonna go across the river to the Wang Lang Market. But alternatively, we could have walked to the next pier to just take a quick ferry across for only like 3 baht. But we took the big boat because it started raining as we were walking. They seem to be doing a little bit of construction on the piers, so they dropped us off at Tha Maharat Pier. And then we're just gonna go to another pier to catch the ferry right across the river to Wang Lang Market. Okay, and yeah, it's just 3 baht to cross over. All right, we made it to Wang Lang Pier. Okay, this is the entrance of Wang Lang Market, where there is an abundance of delicious street food and snacks and just about everything. Actually, this market is almost always busy all the time, but it's especially busy right now because it's the lunchtime rush. And right across the street is a big hospital called Sirirat, which is so like a lot of employees come here for lunch and to buy little snacks and to do shopping, as well as there's a lot of universities in this area as well. But yeah, lots of shopping and a lot of amazing food in this area. There are a lot of restaurants and street food stalls to choose from in Wang Lang, but Ying and I came to, this is a legendary Isaan restaurant called Som Tam Sida, and Ying and I have been coming here for many years. The food is always top notch, and this is always a busy, hectic restaurant. They have everything, all sorts of Isaan dishes, and it is like right within the maze of Wang Lang Market. The owner just came over and talked to us, and he said that this restaurant has been here for 48 years. So it's, yes, it's a legendary restaurant in Wang Lang. And our first dish has arrived. This one is Som Tam Pala, which is Som Tam green papaya salad with crab and fermented fish sauce, and one of my favorite dishes in the world. It's so good. Oh, and I could smell that. And my sticky rice has not even arrived yet, but I gotta take a bite of this. There's a whole clove of garlic in that bite. I have to say, we were not even expecting to order this much food or to eat this much food, but we used to eat here quite a lot, so we know the owner, and he gave us a couple extra dishes. So this is just an unbelievable spread of Isaan food. This is one of my all-time favorite dishes. It's called lap baduk, and it is a salad made with catfish. It's grilled catfish, and then it's all minced up and then mixed with herbs and spices and chili flakes. This is one of my favorite versions of labaduk. I really love it when it's dry because that means the catfish is really smoky and like really, yeah, kind of like a smoked catfish. Chase that with sticky rice makes it even better. Oh yeah. This one is called soup nawmai, and it is bamboo shoots, a bamboo shoot kind of salad. I got a hanger. Hold on. Oh, that's awesome. What really stands out in that is the makua, which is the toasted sticky rice powder. So that gives it kind of a smoky, kind of crispy crunchiness to it. And then this one is tom saeb neua, which is an Isaan style sour soup. And you can see this one is with beef. Oh, that is beautifully sour and just a little bit spicy. You can taste the lemongrass. And you can taste that kind of meaty beefiness in there. And then coming over to the right-hand side of the table, this one is yำมะเข yao, which is grilled eggplant salad. And there is minced pork in there. There are some hard-boiled eggs. There's some shrimp over there. Oh, that's delicious. Oh, it's like the flavor came in two different waves. At first I got all that dressing, which is kind of a little bit sour and a little bit sweet. And then after that, after I started chewing the eggplant, it just released like a puff of smoke in my mouth. It's so smoky and so good. Okay, this one is the yam tua pu, which is the winged bean salad. I will take one of these shrimp and I will try to, and then I will go in for, you can see the winged beans down at the bottom here. And yeah, that sauce looks almost like, it almost looks like a musate sauce to me. Like a pork satay sauce. Those winged beans have the consistency or the texture of just normal green beans that are just sliced and just like half blanched. So they are kind of crisp in texture. And then, yeah, that sauce literally tastes like a satay sauce. It's peanutty. It's maybe just a tiny bit spicy, and then it's also a little bit sweet. And then this one is saikok Isaan, which is Isaan style sausage. I gotta chase it with a chili and a piece of ginger at the end. Yeah, that is the same stuff. Oh, I love it because it has a really nice sour tinge to it. Oh, before I explain, let me just chase it with a chili and ginger. Oh, that combination. It doesn't have any like spice within the sausage, but all the spice just comes from that chili that you eat at the end as well as the ginger. But the sausage is mostly just plain and sour, and I think I can taste some garlic in there as well. I think Ying and I did pretty well on what turned out to be a full-on feast. Everything was delicious, always top-notch Isaan food right in Wang Lang Market, and neither of us were expecting to eat this much of a feast, but that was excellent. I am on a little bit of an Isaan food high right now. ขอบคุณมากครับ ขอบคุณมากครับ อร่อยมากครับ As we were eating, it started to rain again, but it's still not raining too hard, but just kind of a hard drizzle, or maybe it stopped all of a sudden. But it's still very wet, and we are now walking through Wang Lang. I am pretty full.
กล้วยไข่ไงดีมากเดี๋ยวเอาถามไป
กล้วยอะไรครับยิงกล้วยหับมูกไหมกล้วยหับมูกใช่ไหม One of my favorite types of grilled banana. It's called กล้วยหับมูก. I'm not sure what the English name is, but it is grilled over a low charcoal fire within the skin still, and then the skin turns nice and black, but inside the banana remains nice and sweet and a little sour. So we just bought a couple. It's one of my favorite street food banana snacks. Oh, that's steamy. Oh, can you see that steam coming off it? just the banana grilled on low fire over hot coals within the skin. And even when I peel back that skin, you can see it's kind of like custardy and like goopy. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I love it. It is nice and naturally sweet, but then it also has a little bit of a sourness to it, as well as like a roasted, smoky flavor from the long, slow grill process. And yeah, it almost has a custardy texture to it. Okay, and we're about to get run over by a car. Okay, so we got one box of Thai snack that's called Khanom Tua Pap. And this is, what's really cool is how they make it. He has 4 different steamers. He pours a different colored batter onto the steamers. I think in English, I think they are soybeans, yellow soybeans. I'm not totally sure, but I think so. And then fills the inside, and then they're wrapped into like a dumpling. And then after that, they are covered again in the same beans. And so there are a couple of different colors. I'm not sure. I think that the dark one might be taro, and I think that the green one might be pandan, but I really am just guessing. So I'm gonna taste. Let's go for that dark one. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, they also have a side little packet of sugar with sesame seeds in it, but I'm not gonna add any extra sugar. I think the little batter thing is already a little bit sweet, but the beans should not be sweet at all. And yeah, it's just filled with beans. This is like it's like a bean snack. That's a little bit dry. Those beans are a little bit dry. And then actually that kind of pancake thing is so light that it just sort of blends into the beans. Yeah, that's a little dry and starchy. But I think what I really like about this snack is the way they make it. We are still at Wang Lang Market, and I could not leave the market without going to one of my favorite deep fried pork stalls in the entire city. Pretty much every time we come to Wang Lang Market, we have to stop at this fried pork stall. Oh, as soon as I opened that bag, the pork, I could just smell it. Oh, look at how juicy that looks. That's just a beautiful thing, that moistness. Let me just poke a piece of that pork. Oh, look at that. Just look at that glaze. That is a beautiful thing. That is a little bit of a long strand. I might need to kind of like go like this. Yeah, อร่อยเหมือนเดิมครับ Yeah, that tastes the same as it always does. It almost tastes like a honey glazed soy sauce deep fried pork. We walked through some of the back lanes of Wang Lang, and we arrived at a temple called Wat Phra Kaew, which is the bell temple. And the main reason to come here is to go straight to the river to check out all of the pigeons and the catfish, which there are just swarms of both. You just got to be careful where you walk and make sure you're not in bird pooing territory, which I have been lucky on more than a few occasions. But yeah, right in front of me, check out all those birds, all those pigeons. So if you have a bird phobia, you definitely don't wanna, you wanna skip this one. Oh yeah, it smells like bird around here. In order to get a little bit of exercise, we decided to walk from the Wang Lang area to Wat Arun. It's not too far, but it is taking probably about 20 to 30 minutes or so, but we need the exercise. I made it to Wat Arun, which is also called the Temple of Dawn, and they are doing a little bit of construction renovation, so there's a bunch of scaffolding on the main towers. It's a temple that's on many postcards and really an icon of Bangkok. And also the architectural style is Khmer in design, and this is a good temple to visit because it's, well, the highlight for me is climbing to the top to the stairs and getting a view over the river and the Chao Phraya. I have some bad news, unfortunately, because of all the construction. The staircase is completely blocked off, And so normally you can climb the stairs to the middle section and then to the very top section up there and get a really good view of the river and of the temple. And it's just really fun and really steep. We just got onto the ferry. We're gonna take the ferry across the river, and then we're gonna take the boat, the Chao Phraya Express boat, back to our pier near Khao San Road.
ขอตับครับขอตับแล้วก็นั่นตูดอ๋อมีตูดไหมมีตูดไหม
This is chicken butt. This is liver. ขอตับ2 ไม้
แบบสามมา
แล้วก็
เอากลิ่นไหมอันนี้กลิ่นใช่ไหม
กลิ่น
คะ
ครับ
กินเกินไหมไม่
เอาปีกไหม
ไม่เป็นไรครับกินไก่ครับไก่เนื้อครับ
ไก่
เนื้อไก่ครับ
เนื้อไก่
อันนี้อะคะ
เหมือนกัน
เอาเหมือนกัน เอาตูดไหม
ไม่เป็นไรครับ
ได้นะครับ เอาข้าวเหนียวไหมข้าวเหนียว
เอาไหม
เอาข้าวเหนียวก็ได้ครับ
ข้าวเหนียวพอนะ
95ครับ
ขอบคุณมากครับ
ขอบคุณมากครับ
We have been doing some walking around Bang Lampu, and actually I'm still pretty full, so we're just doing a little bit of snacking, and I smelled out a guy on a cart selling all sorts of gai ping, which is grilled skewers of chicken, all sorts of different chicken. I got a couple skewers of liver, tap gai, which is chicken liver. Oh yes. And these are still hot and fresh. He pulled them right off of the grill, and chicken liver grilled is one of my favorites. Oh yeah. Oh, that is nice and creamy. Yeah, this one is just the grilled chicken. Oh, and that is just looking extremely juicy with just a few grill marks on it. That looks good. Yeah, that's just always good, especially when it's fresh. And I gotta eat some sticky rice with that. Oh, where did my liver go? Let me grab my liver. That was all delicious, and it has been a very long and quite a hot and sweaty day. I wish you could smell and feel my t-shirt. It's pretty soggy by now. So I think we're gonna end the vlog for today here. We're gonna head back to our hotel. I really need to take a shower, and yeah, that's gonna feel really good, but it's been a very good day. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and also leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. And then also, if you have not already subscribed, be sure to click subscribe for more food and travel videos. And I will see you on the next video tomorrow from Bangkok.